Hi there, I'm Donna from donnaonthebeach.com and welcome to the third video in this 4-video series about creating a life worth falling in love with. So in part 1 we talked about your vision and what you want to create in your life. In part 2 we talked about action and making it happen. And if you haven't seen those first 2 videos yet, I suggest you check them out. The links are below this video so you can go check them out. If you've seen those 2, well done. Welcome to part 3. So part 3 is all about the obstacles that get in your way. Now, the first thing that I want you to know about obstacles is that everybody who tries to make a vision or a big dream come to pass comes up against some kind of obstacle, whether it's some self-doubt and confidence issues, or whether it's just getting stuck for some reason, procrastination, or any kind of obstacle. There are so many ways that we can get stuck in following our vision, because things come up, beliefs come up that you have to get rid of, and feeling you're not good enough, feeling you can't do it. You have to get over all of these wonderful things, and I call them wonderful because once you get over, under, or through all these obstacles, life just gets easier and easier, and making big dreams and visions happen gets easier and easier. So to me, you're given this big dream, this whatever it is, this amazing vision for your life, this thing that you want to create in your life, and you're given that vision, whatever you believe in. I personally believe it's, it comes from your soul, but you believe what you like, fate or whatever. You've got this vision, you've got the free will to ignore it, not go after it if you want to, or you can go after it. But there are all sorts of things in the way, and this is not because you're not meant to have it. It's not that you have obstacles in the way because you just shouldn't go there, you shouldn't do that. It's because you need to get past those things. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you want to be an author and you want to write books, and there's this amazing dream within you that's like, I'd love to do that, but you haven't got any confidence in your writing. Now, you could either say, I'd love to do that, but I just can't, and forget all about it, and get to the end of your life thinking, I wish I'd tried. Or you can start to give yourself more confidence in you. Now, this was my big secret dream that I couldn't tell anybody about because it was just too tender, and it was something I really didn't believe I could have. And then I started my own business, and I started my own blog, and I started writing. And I didn't really realise, even then, even kind of 7 years later, I've been writing for 7 years, and I kind of didn't realise that I was already writing, and I was honing the craft of writing. And at that point, I started to feel like, yeah, I can admit my secret dream to write, because I've got more confidence in the writing process and in my writing and in myself. And still, it took another few years for me to write and release a proper book. I wrote an ebook before, but I kind of kept it secret because I still wasn't that confident. So all of the obstacles that I came up against made me stronger and better. They made me confront the things that were holding me back. They made me think about what I needed to do to become this vision of myself as a writer. And that's been the case in everything that I've done. I've gone traveling and I've started my own business. And every time I've gone after some kind of big dream, I've had to confront confidence issues, procrastination issues. I've had to confront how I do it. I've had to confront learning and allowing myself to be a beginner. That's one people struggle with, and we forget, like when we're kids and we learn to walk, we fall on our arse a lot, but we don't really allow ourselves to do that as adults. As adults, we think we should just be able to do everything like that. And if we can't, it's, oh, I'm obviously no good at it. Instead of giving yourself the opportunity to learn and to get better. And that's what obstacles do, is they give you the opportunity to learn about yourself, about your dream, about who you need to become to have that dream, about what you need to believe about yourself, about what you need to do. Like some of the things that I've put in place over the years are strange things. But one of the obstacles was that I used to procrastinate like a mad person. But then I realized procrastination is a symptom, it's not the actual cause. And I realized what it was. I didn't define what to do, and I didn't have strong focus. I was all over the place. I had so many ideas that I was trying to do them all at once and then getting nothing finished. That was one of my obstacles, and it made me learn to focus. So now I work on one project at a time. I still have ideas for all the other 28 projects in my head, and I write them down and jot them down, but I don't work on them. I just think, oh, I'll jot that down for when I work on it, and then I go back to my main project. And I've had to learn to do that. That was one of my obstacles that was holding me back, was just having way too much going on and never being able to finish anything. A massive non-finisher. In fact, I just wrote a blog post about finishing, and I will put a link to that in the notes below, so you can go and check it out if you're crap at finishing as well. There's 7 top tips in there on how to get things finished, so that might be useful for you. But there's all sorts of obstacles that you can come up against, and one of those obstacles is thinking it's you. It's not just you. Everybody comes up against the obstacles. The only difference between people who are stopped by their obstacles and people who aren't are that the people who aren't just find ways over, under, round and through. And that doesn't mean flogging a dead horse. If something's just not working, there's a difference between you doing something you're not really feeling the energy, you're not really fully behind it, you don't really want to do it. There's a difference between that and something that you really, really want, that you just get stuck on. And people do get stuck. I liken it to being in a forest, and you've got all these tin cans tied to the back of your trousers. And those tin cans get snagged on bushes and twigs and trees, and you kind of get stuck and you're pulling away, instead of just turning around and seeing what's going on. So the thing you need to do when you get stuck is you need to find out why you're stuck. I'm stuck, I've hit a wall, I've hit an obstacle. Okay, cool. What? What's going on? What obstacle have you hit? And there are so many different things, there's hundreds of things that can get in your way and can stop you. But if you can name it, then you can get yourself over, under, round and through it. Obstacles really aren't there to stop you. I promise you, they're not there to stop you. It's one of the biggest misconceptions about obstacles, is that they're there to shut you down and to make you think, oh, I can't do it. That's not what they're there for. They're there to make you stronger. They're like weights for your spirit, for your personality and your character. And you just have to learn to lift those weights and learn to, have the confidence and get over the procrastination and stop doing all the self-sabotaging behaviours that you've been doing before, and figure out really what's going on with yourself. Obstacles are a fabulous learning tool about yourself, about how you work. I've learnt so much by overcoming lots and lots of obstacles about how I work. So to give you an example, I am a little bit of a rebellious teenager. If someone tells me I have to do something, I don't want to. I don't want to do it. Including me. If I say, you have to sit and write that book, I don't want to. And actually, I do want to write the book, but I don't like being told what to do. And that's one of the obstacles I came up against, was I was trying to force myself to do it, instead of saying, okay, do you want to do this? Yes, I do. Okay, so how do we get you to do it then? Kind of dialoguing with myself and talking to myself and understanding myself better. So rather than trying to stand over myself with a big ruler to smack me on the knuckles, just get on with it. It was actually, okay, so what would make it easier for you to do it, and finding the ways that really, really work for me to be able to do things and focus on things and be really single-minded about getting a particular project off the ground and getting something done. It's an amazing learning opportunity, actually. I know it feels sucky to start with. And actually, do you know what? I was going to say it gets easier. It does get easier. As you overcome obstacles, you find that you come up against things again and again, and it becomes easier because you think, oh, I recognise you. I've got past you before. I know I can. So it becomes easier in that respect, but it still sucks when you hit a bit of a wall and you think, oh, what now? But it's just gaining that next level of mastery over yourself and over your world and over your vision and over your dream. It's just learning to be as good as you can be. And that's what big dreams teach us. You know, big dreams require so much of us. They require us to be at our very, very, very best. They require us to give so much of ourselves because they're big, big dreams. And that's a good thing. It's good. It's better than going through life knowing that there's more to you but not being able to bring it out. And a big dream will bring that out of you and pull that best of you out. So, obstacles are good. They're not a bad thing. I know they feel shit, but they're not a bad thing. They're a good thing because they help you to get better. The thing you need to know about obstacles is you can get over, under, round, or through any obstacle. It doesn't matter what it is, you can get over, under, round, or through. And I have an amazing free resource for you today. I wrote a little, well, it was supposed to be a little ebook. It is a mini ebook. It's under 50 pages. And it's all about obstacles because I created this workshop that I'll talk about in a minute. And I realized I couldn't talk about every single obstacle in the workshop because, you know, there's just not that much time and people have things to do, better things to do than listen to me waffle on for hours. So I created this ebook with as many obstacles as I could think of. Since I finished it, I've actually thought of another 5 more. So I'll be extending the book at some point. But for now, if you check out the link below this video, you will see a link to get that obstacles ebook for free right now for your reading pleasure. And I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it really helps you to get over, under, round and through any obstacles that are in your way right now. And if you need more help with creating your vision for your life and understanding what it is you really want for your life and taking action and making things happen in your life and getting over, under, round and through all these obstacles that are getting in your way, you might want to check out my new workshop. It's called Create a Life Worth Falling in Love With. It's in 4 parts, just like this video series: vision, action, obstacles and foundations. And I've packed everything I can think of in there to help you to really create a vision that you feel amazing about, to make sure that you can take action and keep taking action, keep the momentum going, keep the vision moving and keep creating what you want in your life, and to get over, under, round and through any obstacle that you come across. If that sounds interesting to you, check out the link below this video and I hope you enjoy the workshop. Right, next time we're going to be talking about creating foundations, deep, strong foundations that help you to make your life as awesome as humanly possible. So I'll see you